Howdy, welcome to Change is Good. My name is Brian. Here we have another $500 box of half dollars. We'll be looking for silver, proofs, NIFCs, varieties, foreign coins, mint errors, anything worth more than face value. Let's do a live opening and see what we got. Don't see anything that pops out. All right, let's break into the rolls and see what we got. Be back when I have a find. We're on the fourth roll. We have a pretty scarce variety. Let's go to the scope. Here we have a regular 1977 Denver. This is what the lettering and the date look like normally. Memorize what you see. This is a regular die, not a double die. Here we have the DDO variety of this date. Look at the thickness of the lettering. It's a lot thicker. You can even see a split here on the left side of the 1 going up. The 9 is also extra wide. And the word trust, you can see splitting here on the right leg of the R. Notching at the top of the U. A little notch at the top of the S. Doubling here on the T in trust. This is the FS-101 in the Cherry Picker's Guide, or DDO number 1 on Variety Vista. According to the PCGS website, this is the second most valuable DDO you can find on Cloud half dollars. Second behind the 1972 FS-101. They put a value of this coin between $60 and $90 slabbed in AU condition. This one being raw and probably in AU, it could be worth between $20 and $50 raw, just depending on the buyer. It's a great find. Let's get back to the hunt. We're on roll number 6 and have a minor mint error to show into the scope. Here we have a 1973 Denver. If you look at the R in trust, you'll see a die gouge running right through the letter. I have between 25 and 30 of these so far, more than a roll worth. I originally thought it was damaged until I found another one in the next hunt I did, and I recognized it. Then I realized it was something different. Kind of a cool little mint error. All right, let's get back to it. We're on the 7th roll. We have our first NIFC. This is a 2012 Denver, mintage of 1.7 million. Think about that. That's less than a West Point quarter. Pretty low. Let's get back to it. We're on roll number 13. We have another NIFC. This is a 2015 Philadelphia, mintage of 2.3 million. All right, let's get back to it. We're on roll number 25. Halfway through, we have a variety under the scope, and it's painted. Here we have a regular 1971D. I'm going to show you this first. That way you can compare the two. All the lettering here is regular thickness. This is how it normally looks. Kind of gives you a gauge to go by. And here we have the double die. You can see everything's a little bit thicker here. And you can see that split here on the upper right of the eye, right up in here. The bottom is damaged, so it's hard to see any differences there. If you go over to the words "We Trust," you can see how much different this looks compared to the other coin. A lot thicker, more distorted. Up here in the letter T, the left serif, a little bit wider and flattened, and the letter itself is also a bit wider. This is the FS-102 in the Cherry Picker's Guide, or DDO number 6 on Variety Vista, a major variety. But it's colorized, but we'll take it. Let's get back to it. Roll number 27. We have another NIFC. This is a 2004 Denver, mintage of 2.9 million. All right, let's keep at it. We're on the same roll. We have a variety. To the scope we go. Here's a regular 1984 Philadelphia. When I'm looking for the variety on this date, the DDO, I look at the bottom of the T here. This is how it normally looks. And if I find one that has some heavy die polishing, I'll double check the letter I just to make sure. Because it often looks similar. This is also how it normally looks. Comes down, even though it's got some damage, it's not super high up on the letter. Here's what the DDO looks like. The base of the T will come up a lot higher on the letter than the other example will, and the top is also just a little bit thicker. The letter I is also the same way. The base is very large compared to normal, and it comes up higher on the letter. This is DDO number 1 on Variety Vista, or WDDO number 1 on WexlersDoubleDie.com, where it's considered a best of variety. Not a bad find. Let's get back to the hunt. We hit a bit of a drought there for a little while, but now we're on roll number 41. We have another NIFC. This is a 2015 Denver, mintage of 2.3 million. And it's in pretty good shape. The drought's over. Let's keep going. We're on roll number 44. Got something we haven't found in a while. 2001 S proof. They made just shy of 2.3 million of these. Finding something different. Let's keep going. We're on the same roll. This time we have an NIFC. 2003 Denver, mintage of 2.5 million. All right, let's keep going. And we're still on the same roll. This time it's a 2002 Philadelphia, mintage of 3.1 million. 3 finds in one roll. That's pretty good. Let's keep going. We're on the last roll and we've got a variety. Let's check it out under the scope. Here we have a regular 1972 Denver. Look at the thickness of the lettering and the date here on this example, on both sides. This is what a regular coin looks like. Now remember this, when you look at this example. This is a DDO. Look how thicker the lettering is here and the date as well. Over in the word trust, you can see splits here in the bottom of the R. There usually splits over in the bottom of the T as well, and here at the top of the U. This is DDO number 1 on Variety Vista, or WDDO number 1 on wexlersww.com, where it's considered a best of variety. It's a great way to end the box. Let's do a recap. Although there was no silver again, that was still a decent box. In total we had 12 finds, half of which were NIFCs. We also scored a 2001 S proof, a 1973 D with a die gouge in the word trust. The 4 varieties we found included a 1971 D FS-102 with a paint job, 1972 D DDO number 1, 1977 D FS-101, that's the find of the hunt right there, and 1984 P DDO number 1. I just checked eBay for recent sales for this variety, the 1977 D FS-101. I found one example that sold recently for $99 in uncirculated condition, but when I looked at the pictures, it was actually not the variety, it was a regular die. So whoever bought that, sorry man, do your research. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. It'll cost you not one dime, but it might bring some brightness back to my life. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section below, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Thank you all again so much. And remember, every coin has a story, even those with a bad paint job. I'll see y'all next time.